No one applauds guests at the Godmother's bookstore launch, ignoring Meghan's speech as she takes the mic. In a world where the glitz and glamour of celebrity often overshadow genuine talent, the recent launch of Godmother's bookstore brought a whirlwind of excitement, controversy, and confusion. The picturesque setting was illuminated with fairy lights, and the scent of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, inviting guests to gather for what was expected to be an unforgettable evening. Yet, amidst the celebrations, one moment stood out. Meghan Markle's speech, which was supposed to captivate, became a spectacle of silence, leaving the audience in stunned disbelief. But before we continue, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates. The launch of Godmother's bookstore was not just another literary event, it was a celebration of stories, culture, and community. Nestled in a charming neighborhood, the bookstore aimed to become a haven for readers and writers alike, with its shelves full of books, cozy reading corners, and a cafe offering delicious pastries. It was the ideal backdrop for an evening centered around literature. As guests arrived, the air buzzed with excitement. Book lovers, local authors, and curious onlookers mingled, sharing their anticipation for the new establishment. The owner, a charismatic figure with a love for storytelling, warmly welcomed everyone, setting the tone for an evening of inspiration and creativity. But then the unexpected happened. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, a figure both admired and criticized, was invited to speak. Her presence was meant to add star power to the event, drawing attention to the bookstore and its mission. However, what unfolded would be the topic of conversation for days to come. As Meghan took the mic, the room fell silent. The anticipation was palpable. After all, she wasn't just any guest. Meghan had previously captivated audiences with her eloquence and passion for humanitarian causes. That evening, she was expected to share her thoughts on the importance of reading, literacy, and community, topics that aligned perfectly with the values of Godmother's bookstore. However, as she began her speech, something unusual happened. The audience, instead of paying rapt attention, seemed to withdraw into their own worlds. Conversations became hushed, eyes wandered, and some guests even pulled out their phones, scrolling absent-mindedly. The stark contrast between the lively atmosphere and Meghan's speech was startling. "Reading is a bridge to understanding," she began, her voice calm yet commanding. She spoke passionately about her love for books, how they had shaped her identity, and the critical role they play in fostering empathy. Yet, as she continued, the energy in the room shifted. It was as if an invisible wall had risen, creating a divide between her and the audience. Why did the guests at Godmother's bookstore choose to ignore Meghan's heartfelt message? Was it the weight of her celebrity status that created a disconnect, or was it something deeper? Perhaps it was a reflection of the current cultural moment, where public figures often find themselves under intense scrutiny, their messages filtered through the lens of public opinion. Some guests later shared their thoughts on the peculiar moment. "It felt surreal," one local author remarked. Here was this incredible woman sharing her passion, and yet it seemed like no one was really paying attention. It was almost as if people were waiting for her to finish so they could return to their conversations. Others suggested that this moment reflected the distractions of modern life. With smartphones in hand, attention spans have become shorter, and the allure of social media often overshadows real-life interactions, leading to disconnection, even in intimate settings. As Meghan concluded her speech, a few polite claps broke the silence, but they felt perfunctory rather than enthusiastic. The atmosphere quickly shifted back to casual chatter, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. It was a stark reminder of how quickly moments can fade from importance to insignificance. In the days following the event, social media buzzed with discussions about the launch. Memes circulated, capturing Meghan's silent reception and the audience's seeming indifference. Some defended her, arguing that her message was vital, while others saw the incident as yet another example of how difficult it can be for public figures to connect with an increasingly distracted world.